It's time for math practice with Miss Flaherty. Here's what you'll need: a blank piece of paper and a pencil and an eraser. Feel free to pause and rewind the video as much as you'd like to work at your own speed. So today in math practice, we are going to be practicing story problems. So before we get started, I want you to remind your brain, what are some of the things that great mathematicians do every time they get a new story problem? So great mathematicians should always visualize or make a movie in their brain when they read a new story problem. You should always think about what you know and what you're trying to find out. And last, you should show a model and write a number sentence to match your story. So let's get started. As I read our story problem for today, I want you to make sure you're visualizing and making a movie in your brain. Thumbs up if you've got that. Okay. In a cup, Amir has 4 red marbles and some green marbles. If Amir has 9 marbles in his cup altogether, how many green marbles does he have? Were you able to see Amir's marbles inside your brain? Great job. So now we need to think about what we already know from the story. I already know that Amir has 4 red marbles. What else do we already know in the story? Good. We know that Amir has 9 marbles all together. What do those 9 marbles represent in our story? Do they represent a part or do they represent the total? Good. Those 9 marbles represent the total. I'm going to label T for total on my paper. So let's think about Amir's 4 red marbles. Did those represent a part of his marbles, or did those represent the total that he has altogether? Good. Those represent a part. So I'm going to label P for part. You can label that on your paper too. So now we need to ask ourselves, what are we trying to find out? Good. We're trying to figure out how many green marbles Amir has. It just tells us he has some green marbles. So will those green marbles be a part of his marbles, or will they be the total altogether? Good job. Those will be another part. So I'm going to label P for part. Great job, mathematicians. Using what we thought about and what we labeled in our story, I want you to try to set up a bar model. That kind of looks like a rectangle, like a candy bar, to try to show the parts and the total in this story. You don't have to solve yet. Go ahead and set up that bar model on your paper. Check out my bar model. I showed 4 red marbles. That's the part that Amir has already in his cup. Then green marbles, we don't know how many green marbles Amir has. So I put a question mark. And then he has 9 marbles in total. So that goes all the way across my bar model. Great job, mathematicians. So now I want us to think, what number sentence would match this story? You can look at your bar model to help you set up your number sentence. Make sure you think, are we starting with a total and taking some away? Are we subtracting? Or do we have two parts that are coming together to make a total? Do you think our number sentence should be addition or subtraction? Good. Our number sentence should be addition. Amir's not starting with some marbles and dropping some on the floor or losing some. He just has two parts that are coming together to make up a total. I can't wait to see what you wrote on your paper. Check out my number sentence. 4 plus something is the same as the total 9. 4 plus something equals 9. Now I want you to go ahead and try to figure out, what's the missing part? How many green marbles does Amir have? Did you start at 4 and count on to see how many more we need to get to 9? Awesome, let's do that together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I needed 5 more to get to 9. So how many green marbles does Amir have? Awesome job! Amir has 5 green marbles. Great job, mathematicians.